Hello, my little llamas, and welcome back to Weird and Dark History. I'm your host, the fabulous little llama Lexi. May I say you are all looking beauteous today? Let's take a journey with me through some weird historical battles that humans have fought over the years. Our journey begins in the 18th century with the War of Jenkins' Ear. As peculiar as the name sounds, the events leading up to this war were even more bizarre. In 1739, a British sea captain, Robert Jenkins, presented a severed ear to the British Parliament, claiming that Spanish coast guards had sliced it off 7 years prior. This incident, coupled with trade disagreements, ignited a war between Britain and Spain that lasted for 9 years. An ear, of all things, sparked a conflict that spanned nearly a decade. Fast forward to 1859, to the Pig War, an unusual conflict between the United States and the British Empire over the boundary between the US and British Canada. The entire dispute began when an American farmer shot a pig that was eating his potatoes, not realizing that the pig belonged to an employee of the British Hudson's Bay Company. This seemingly trivial incident almost led to a full-blown war, all because of a pig's appetite for potatoes. In 1914, the world witnessed the Tampico Affair, a conflict that arose out of a misunderstanding and escalated into a diplomatic crisis between the United States and Mexico. American sailors were arrested in Tampico, Mexico for entering off-limit areas. Although they were released, the U.S. demanded an apology and a 21-gun salute. When Mexico refused, it led to a 6-month occupation of the port of Veracruz by the U.S. Who can forget the Great Emu War of 1932, a conflict that pitted Australia against emus? After World War I, many Australian veterans turned to farming, but they faced a new enemy, emus that were ravaging their crops. The military was called in, armed with machine guns, and a war was waged against the emus. Astonishingly, the emus, demonstrating surprising resilience, won the war, leaving the humans to rethink their strategies. And finally, in 1967, the football war broke out between Honduras and El Salvador after rioting during a World Cup qualifier match. Strained relations over land reform issues and immigration disputes were amplified by the football match, leading to a 4-day war, proving that football is indeed more than just a game. In summary, history is littered with strange wars, each with its own unique trigger. From the War of Jenkins' Ear sparked by a severed ear, to the Pig War started over a potato-loving pig, to the Tampico Affair that escalated from a diplomatic misunderstanding, to the Great Emu War where birds bested humans, and finally to the football war ignited by a soccer match. These conflicts show that reality can indeed be stranger than fiction. As we delve into the peculiarities of human conflict, we realize that sometimes the causes of war can be as peculiar as the wars themselves. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to pet the bell icon to give a llamacorn its wings.